Alright, so we're down in Negril and we've hit 7 Miles Beach. 7 miles of full white sand beach in Negril, the world famous 7 Mile Beach. And we're now at Fireman. Fireman provides some of the wickedest lobster fresh out of the sea and straight to the grill. The lobsters are still moving when he brings them out of the water. There's a host of other things that he has, including crab, fish, all sorts of stuff, good stuff that he put on the grill here. So today we're checking out Fireman. This is in Boardwalk on the 7 Mile Beach Strip in Negril, Jamaica. Big up. So we're walking down to the lobster trap now. This is where he keeps the live lobsters, so he can take them out of the trap. We can choose it, and then I'm going straight to the grill. Can't get much fresher. Still watching the camera and see, oh look, the lobster trap right there in the water. Bringing lobster trap up now. Live fresh lobster feeding on coconut. Can't get better than that.
Yeah man, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah man.
Jamaican Snoop.
Jamaican Snoop.
Yeah man, the chef.
Big up yourself every time. Where you say chef? I pick out some lobster and
yeah man, with it. From the water to the grill.
From the water to the grill.
Fresh.
Can't get fresher than that. Yeah man. So it's fresh.
So fresh.
Yeah. And then right back down to the rest of the lobster then. And stay fresh and not out of the water for too long. And there's a lot of wind on the beach. I hope you guys aren't picking that up because I do not have my wind protector for the mic or the dead cat. Yo, he just took the lobsters out of the water, straight out of the fish pot. And getting them now, we're heading back to the grill. He's about to put them on the grill. Fresh live lobster. Fireman Jerk Pit. Fireman, I think Fireman Jerk Pit. Fireman Lobster Pit. In the grill, on the 7 Mile at Boardwalk. Come check it out. You can't get better or fresher than that. That is absolutely amazing. See him go in there, take out the trap. Those are rock lobsters. Some people call them spine lobsters. It's not the lobsters that you'd find in Maine or some of those in North America where they come with the claws. These are actual Caribbean spiny lobsters, or rock lobsters we call them. And we're just lucky to have them. They're absolutely amazing. Very flavorful, very juicy. I mean, in Florida they call them bugs, as they do with a lot of stuff like the crawfish and everything. But this is our lobster and we're going right back to the grill now to watch him prepare it. Big up. Waste no time from the pot to the chopping block. Fresh lobster meat, look at that. No, that is a hit that goes straight through the brain. So you might see the lobster still moving, but that's just the nerves. Once he stabs it like that, it instantly kills the lobster.
Yeah, man.
So anything that you see moving is actually nerves. The lobster is dead from the initial stab straight to the brain. That's a clean death that you'd call in the kitchen. Straight to the brain. So what I sprinkle upon it now, so
Garlic and butter.
garlic and butter.
Yeah, this make us number one on TripAdvisor. Garlic and butter. Fireman Lobster Pit. It is a magic. Cook with love.
Cook with love.
Yeah, man.
So that sauce that he just put on it is just butter with some fresh garlic, some garlic that's cut up right away and put in that butter and then placed on it. Then he turns it over after it cooks for a little bit. So he cooks it shell side down first so that it hardens up those muscles. You don't want to cook it too fast and it tighten up and it gets tough. That's fresh lobster. It really doesn't have to take so long to cook. So you just put it on one side, let the shell bake it in there for a little bit. Then you get the tender and the juices that build through there. All that salt that just came out of it from the water, the salt water in there gives it another added flavor. Seafood, lobster, Fireman Lobster Pit. Nothing can get better. Fresh lobster from the water to the grill.
So a king crab look like.
These are the king crab.
But we always have them fresh, but we have a rough sea with us taking them.
Yeah, we have a rough sea hurricane out there. So you have to take them out of the pot.
Yeah.
And then all them mash up in the pot.
This
keep
one
the claw and
not too
everything.
strong like the lobster. Lobster is more stronger.
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
Lord, that looks beautiful.
Respect.
I love them.
And what you say? A stove.
Cook with love.
Snoop.
Dog.
Snoop dog.
Cook with love.
Cook with love.
Jamaican
Fresh
Snoop.
from
And
the
big
sea.
boy.
A big boy, bless up yourself, same way now.
I love.
Yeah, man. Cooked with love. Fresh from the sea. It went from there to here. From there right to here. bite of Fireman Lobster Pit. Cooked with love, fresh from the sea pot, come straight up, straight to the grill, and within a matter of minutes, you have fresh lobster, tender and very, very flaky, not too flaky, tender. You can see that the seasoning of the butter and everything has been on it, the garlic. You don't get much fresher than this from the sea straight to the grill. I mean, this is one of a kind. This is something that I would probably highly recommend because I know it will taste good. The freshness of the lobster. This is how lobster food. Can't live on an island and every day eating lobster out of a freezer or lobster that comes from God only knows where. Fresh Jamaican rock lobster, caught here. Sizes of them are perfect. The lobster, the flavor is amazing. The meat is succulent, juicy, that lobster flavor. The fact that it just came out of the salt water gives it that extra juiciness and flavorful of the sea. That's what you want in seafood. You want the taste of the sea. That's why it's called seafood. It's not that you see it and you eat, but the lobster, that juiciness and the butter soaked through. I mean, look at that. How juicy, look how tender. Not overcooked, not undercooked. The chunks of little garlic on the top just give it a hint of that little crunch with the butter. Beautifully done, beautifully soaked through. Excellent. That's the money right there. That's the money. You get a lobster like this that is this good, it's hard to waste any other meat. So this is a spiny obstacle that you have to be careful with it. There's a lot of little things on it that will stick you when you're eating it, but you can just crack it and pull it. Let's see if we can. All that meat would have been in there. All that meat is in there, just waiting. Can't waste none when you get lobster like this. Everything I forgot. Now once you get all of that off, this is what you're left with. This is the meat that people throw away in that little spiny part. I mean, people go crazy for lobster claws when they're eating Maine lobster, but in the spiny lobster, each crevice and corner of that shell has something beautiful, some sort of flavor in there, and we don't waste anything when we're having this. This is a delicacy, but we eat it like we're on the street. Sorry. Freshness. That's weird. It have a hint of like crab. It's not crab, don't get me wrong. Spiny lobster is not like our crab or the king crabs. Completely different flavor, completely different texture, I would say, than the one that you get in the States when you go into a red lobster. Red lobster now has spiny lobsters being imported from some of Jamaican companies. Good looking out for that. But it gives you a different texture and a different flavor. The freshness of it, I can't stop talking about the freshness of it. I mean, the meat is so juicy, so tender. It melts in your mouth. The butter on it with the garlic sauce that they put, that they say it's just love in there. That's what makes this place incredible. That's what makes this place famous. That's why when you come down to Negril and you head up Boardwalk, you have to come around and go to Fireman Lobster Pit. I mean, the concept is wicked. We actually have something like this in Montego Bay that we do, but this, from the water of the 7 Mile Beach, the ambience of that Negril is just a place unlike any other in Jamaica. Negril is to its own. It's one of the places that's heavily visited by tourists coming because of this beach, because of the white sandy beach. And now the lobster and everything put into it with this, boom. When I tell you that every part of the lobster has meat, I'm not joking. I mean, even the legs, people don't eat the legs, but they still hold juice. Some people use a pin roller and press the legs out, and that is actually what you might get when you get lobster meat in maybe a lobster mac and cheese. If they're not using the whole lobster, they'll use the meats that left in the legs, the meats that's left in the joints, press them out and use that to just make a lobster mac and cheese. Some people down here, we make lobster soup with it. You can make a lobster bisque, all sorts of things. Nothing is wasted in any part of the food that we have down here. I mean, you just have to get dirty. Everything when it comes to eating lobster is not a clean deal. I mean, the people say lobster is a fancy thing, but you can't get fancy when you eat lobster straight from the sea and come right to your plate on the grill and them thing. You have to just get down and get busy. Every crevice, every corner of the lobster has something special. There's something inside for everybody. Down here, the leg part. One little bite like that. And you look behind there, that's all meat. Just kicking back right there, waiting. Look at that meat right in there. That's all meat. Every corner, every crevice have some sort of flavor. If you don't know if you eat lobster, I'm teach you. Yeah, big up Fireman Lobster Pit shot. The best thing about having a meal like that right next to the sea is as you're done, I mean, we're in social distancing time and there's no more distance than being right here on the water. So as you're done, you come down to the seaside and just wash off your hand in the sea. Nothing can beat the salt and kill the thing like that. So, as I said, 7 Miles Beach, Boardwalk. Come check out Fireman Lobster Pit. It's wicked. It's a wicked experience for anybody traveling, even for locals, to just come have some fresh Jamaican lobster, some fresh food, fresh from the sea, straight in there. You see that him have the crab as well. He has fish, he has all sorts of different things. So, I mean, it's something that you have to try. It's a wicked experience. Head down to Boardwalk, walk around, and you'll see where him have him little thing under the almond tree where you come and just hold of vibes, hold of eat, hold of food, and kick back.